Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the 2021 morning show. I'm here with Destiny and Rocky Ross just to hear the view on everything so far. So, what's going on in the Euro? So Rocky Ross, what do you think of England so far?
Yeah, so far I don't think England performed naturally good in this last game they played. They didn't play well, and I like the first game was okay, but this last game they didn't play well.
So, what do you think they did so well against Croatia? They didn't do so good against Scotland. What was the difference between the two games?
Well, the difference is, when they played the first game, they had a good defense. They had Walker on the right, and then they had Trippier on the left.
Yeah.
But obviously Trippier, that's not his position, but he played good on that position.
Yeah.
And on this one, obviously they put James, but James wasn't really like attacking. He was more defending. But like with Walker, he will make all the runs. He will run up. He will run to the run up to the players and then send across. But with James, it was more like defending. So
Okay.
I think the next game they should put Walker on the right, definitely, and then Trippier, should come on or probably push Shidwell.
So, what do you think England did Destiny?
Yeah, in the first game, I think against Croatia, they played so well, and there was a lot of passion in that game, and I think the manager got the right selection. But against Scotland, it was the passion. It was so low, and I think Luke Shaw and Jack Grealish deserve a start. Deserve a start from that game. But I don't know what happened.
You don't know, but basically, I'm trying to think that.
So you think Jack
Grealish?
Oh yeah.
So you don't think like the manager, because they won the first game.
Yeah.
So you don't think like the difference between the second game was that basically England just couldn't break down Scotland, because the first game Croatia was gonna attack them.
Yeah.
So England prefer when a team that's attacking them or a team that's defending.
Yeah.
So what do you?
Well, against Croatia, it was the opening game. Yeah, it was against Scotland. You see that Scotland, they were so desperate for a win, and they were more passionate than England in that game. They were more passionate about the game, because England, the selection, the manager didn't get it right.
Basically, what I'm trying to say is that basically England, when they played against Croatia, Croatia gave them space to play that type of game. Because Croatia didn't play like a second team, but Scotland came with a block.
Yep.
They parked the bus and the same one attack.
Yeah.
So basically, I'm trying to say, you think England has a problem with attacking lower teams?
Definitely, 100%. Yeah.
You can.
I think that England, when they play bigger teams, they work harder. They prepare for it harder. They put much effort on it. But when they're playing teams smaller teams, when they know that the team that they can actually easily beat, England don't really perform that good. For example, like I think the manager didn't really put the right team. For example, like he should have put Grealish from the start. I think that Grealish is supposed to play on the left side, and then probably put Sterling on playing up front instead of Kane. I don't think Kane is supposed to play up front. What I'm saying is Grealish is supposed to play on the left, and then have Foden behind Sterling, and then have Sancho.
But that's not what you're saying.
I'll bench Kane.
That's not what you were saying when they beat Croatia.
Well, when they beat Croatia, like I said, we had a good defense. We had Walker do all the running and creating all the things.
You didn't need a defense because you haven't had a single goal scored against you, so you have got a good defense.
Yeah, we have a good defense, and then we have good defensive. England's got good defensive midfielders. For example, like you have Declan Rice. He's a good defensive midfielder. Even Phillips is a good defensive midfielder. Yeah.
Okay. So what do you think of Harry Kane so far? Because
Harry Kane, I don't know, but I think if I were the manager, I think I'll bench him at the moment, because nobody is untouchable in the England team. I think Rashford and deserve a start. You just have to rotate the team.
So what do you think England will really benefit from benching Harry Kane? Because he's the main proven number 9 on that position.
You know what I think about football generally, apart from England, in football, if you are not in a good form, you need to be benched, and someone has to play. Because what they needed is England hasn't won this tournament for a very long time.
Yeah.
So they need some players that is so passionate that wants to play. Most especially the younger players. They deserve a chance.
Yeah, but you don't think if they take off Harry Kane, that might destroy his confidence? Because we actually need Harry Kane in the long run in this tournament.
I don't think so.
But Walker's.
I don't think so.
Yeah,
and he's the England captain, so you rather him. So who would you put in that position if you bench him?
You see, even at the moment, Harry Maguire is the England captain, but at the moment because of injury, has not been playing.
Yeah.
But the team is still moving forward.
Yes.
So at the same time, even Harry Kane is dropped, the team will definitely play well because everybody is relying on his shoulder, which is not working.
Yeah, one thing I gotta say, yeah, the England team, we cannot just rely on one person. It's not just about one person in that England team. You can't say, oh yeah, because Harry Kane, they put him in bench, and then because like obviously England can't perform.
No,
I'm saying if Harry Kane's not performing, there's a lot of players that can take his spot.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying Harry Kane is just basically as a manager to return the favour of the service Harry Kane's been doing. Is that if he takes him off now, he kills his confidence. It's only been 2 games.
Yeah, but that you don't have enough time on that tournament. That tournament, it only takes about less than a month. So for him to get his confidence, England don't have time. Basically, he has to be ready for the game. If he's not ready,
but you telling me
they should take him off.
But basically, I'm
because at the end of the day, if we come to the knockout stages and if he doesn't perform, England will be out. So we don't have time.
Harry
so we have to put the right person.
Harry Kane didn't perform that well. So did they supply him with enough ball for him to perform that way?
Pause.